Welcome to the Game Yak Podcast. Before we introduce the panel and all that business, I do have to apologize for the delay. One of our members had some surgery, and so that got pushed back, and then I had work. But we're here now. So again, I apologize for the delay. But let's just get right into it. So over here we have Brian Chanticott.
What's up?
Next to me we have Carlos Vasquez.
Lakers.
Oh, yeah.
And I am your host, Nathaniel McFerrin. No, we'll save it for the end. So, we would have covered this probably like last week, but there's a lot of E3 stuff and just delays and all that. But we're doing it now. We're going to talk about the May NPDs. So, in case you don't know, this is National Product
Purchase.
Damn it!
You always say product.
Purchase diary. Cause I was like National something diary. So I was like, it's National Product Diary. And it's like, nope, National Purchase Diary. Okay, I'll get it next month.
No, you won't.
No, I won't.
It's a whole fucking month.
Yeah, and basically it gives information on games that were sold at retail. So no digital. So Switch, PS4, Xbox One, pretty much any system. PC is kind of like an iffy area because most of the stuff on PC is sold digitally nowadays. There's not very many like physical PC games you buy. But as far as it comes to this podcast, we're just going to go over and talk about the top 10 games of the month of May. So, number 10, we have NBA 2K18.
It's not too surprising. I think there's deals going along with the sports games right now.
Yeah.
Since it's about the new ones are about to come out, so deals for those games are coming out.
Number 9 is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
It's not surprising.
Yeah. I was a little bit surprised by this, but I think there was like a sale or something going on during May. Rainbow Six Siege.
There was a sale, and then like
They promoted it back
at
E3.
E3 hype, so
yeah. And the esports league thing.
Yeah.
So.
Number 7, Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition.
The fuck?
Because I think it came out that month.
Oh, it came out that month?
Because this is the Definitive Edition on Switch.
Oh, okay.
Because it was on Wii U before, but this is like has all the DLC.
That's interesting that a lot of people would just buy a Muso game like that.
It's only because it's Zelda.
Yeah.
Number 6, the one that refuses to die, GTA 5.
GTA 5, motherfucker.
I think it's not number 5 this month. I was getting sick of saying at number 5, GTA 5. I was getting sick of that, so at least it went down a little bit. Number 5, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Because they released it on...
Did it come out that month?
I think so.
Wasn't it on last month as well?
It may have been. It may have just gotten on there 2 months in a row.
Okay.
Because it was the Switch version with Funky Kong.
Funky Kong and all that.
Yeah.
It's bitch mode. That's a Funky Kong game. I like Funky Kong.
Yeah. Like little kid mode, you know?
No, it is. It is fair because that game's fucking hard.
Yeah.
But sadly, there's no like new content, so I don't have a reason to.
Yeah.
I already played all the stages.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Number 4, Far Cry 5.
Damn.
Goaty so far.
I forgot the game existed.
Oh, Goaty?
Wait.
Oh, you said out of the games that...
Out of the games that came out this year.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 3, Detroit Become Human.
It came out that month.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so yeah, that's not surprising.
Number 2, God of War.
Okay.
Because it came out April 27th.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So like a lot of the sales bleed over into next
sure.
month.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then number 1, State of K2.
What the fuck? Really?
Yeah, I don't know why it sold like a shit ton.
State of Decay.
I think
that was an Xbox exclusive though, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think they were just happy to get a game.
That's good.
Yeah.
I remember the first one got released because like that was one of the reasons why me and my cousins bought it. It's because like it was said multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't fucking multiplayer the first game, so
Were you expecting it to be like Left 4 Dead or something?
No, we just thought we knew what it was, survival. It's just like we thought it was gonna be multiplayer, but it turns out the first game wasn't multiplayer, but this one's like I was watching gameplay of it. It's like full multiplayer, and
yeah.
So it's like
I don't know if you can do like local. I think it's online only co-op, right?
Yeah. But
yeah.
It's still, you still get to play with another person.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
But
That's really good.
Yeah, like I heard that it had like a lot of that this one had like a lot of problems at launch. It was like super buggy, but I think they've been really working on those patches. I hear it's like already a lot better now.
Wait, what was the fourth game again?
The fourth game, Far Cry 5.
Wait, then the third game?
Detroit.
Okay, so what's the feeling on Detroit? I feel like that game came and went really fast. I don't feel like I heard anyone's opinion on that game, honestly.
I feel like a lot of people were pretty much saying that it's like, oh, it's a really cool. It's like it's like the best David Cage game yet. You know, it's definitely better than Beyond Two Souls. It's like up there with Heavy Rain. It's a really cool game experience. Not for everybody.
Oh, okay.
It's not one of those kind of games that I think is gonna get widespread appeal.
Sure.
I'm pretty like when it came out too. There was like some controversy, whatever, like fandom wise. They're like, oh, this is near because Android and stuff, and because like a lot of people that like don't play JRPGs, they play near,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like it was kind of just that kind of stigma. They're like, oh, Android, this must be near.
And I think it got drowned out a bit by pre-E3 hype because I think it came out May 25th.
Yeah.
So like cause I think it came out that Tuesday, and then like by Friday, like there's already starting to get the E3 rumor part of like the build up,
Okay.
So, but that was the May NPDs.
Yeah, I'm surprised by State of Decay 2, and that's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, and Hyrule, the Warriors.
That game will not be in the top 10 next month for the June.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Mario Tennis Aces will take its spot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, how much you want to how much? It'd be funny if Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was still higher on this than Mario Tennis Aces.
But yeah, it also kind of just shows the power of Mario Kart.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think it will be. I think Tennis Aces will be higher.
At least for the 1 month.
And
but
then after that,
fucking Mario Kart will still, doing its thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for the rest of the podcast, I was planning on having us talk about like the upcoming games for the months of July, August, September. But before we get into that, and since there's not much else to talk about, I thought we'd spend a little time, crouch down around the fire, talk about what we've been playing, get a vibe on the attitudes and feelings with my panel here of what they've been playing. So Brian, I know you've been playing. Wait, it's New Gundam Breaker, right? Yeah. Okay. How do you like it?
I don't know. I mean, it's a fun game, given the bad criticisms that a lot of people give it.
Yeah.
Which I do understand. That game is like broken at times, but I don't know. Like, I guess not a lot of people in this day and age have patience. So.
Oh hell no.
So they just like they play it for like like an hour or like even 10 minutes. Just like, oh man, this has no frames. I'm not playing this fucking game anymore. Or So I don't know. I mean, it's really fun. Like, I got what I wanted. You just you get to customize your own suit, and that's pretty much it. Like, I wasn't expecting more or less from that. So,
because I was just curious about this. Like, a lot of other people are saying that this is like such a huge step down from all the other Gundam Breaker games.
I haven't played the other ones.
Okay,
but I'm pretty sure it would be.
Because like I was like reading a lot of people say that this is like dog shit compared to other games in the series.
See, the thing is like. But this is the first like Western release of the game.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
like
you really can't like complain because it's the first like Western release. Like
Because to get the other ones you had to import them.
Yeah. See, a lot of things like you can do is like you can just get a Japanese game because they can work on your PS4 or whatever, and like. What Japanese games have now is because they don't localize like the game to like other Asian countries or whatever. They just add English subtitles to like all their games.
Yeah.
So you can just buy the Japanese version of the game with English subtitles, but like,
Okay.
But like compared to like buying a Japanese game to like a localized game at most $60. Normally Japanese games that you buy they're like $70-$80.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
And that's just normal, no deluxe edition or anything else. So.
Oh okay.
But yeah, it's fun.
So, to get like new parts for the customization, do you like buy them from like an in-game store?
You can,
Uh-huh.
or you can get them as drops.
Okay.
For playing the game.
So like, is the drop rate good, or is it like kind of like bullshit RNG all the time?
It's pretty decent.
Okay.
Like it's just you just gotta get lucky.
Okay.
Like, cause like the way they have it is like each frame or whatever they have like they have different parts for their body parts. So they have a head part, a body part, arms and legs, and like if they have like a backpack thing or they have like weapons, then they have those. And those come in the average like high grade scale of 1/144, and then they have another set of that or after that, which is the master grade one where it's a 1/100. So so there's more collecting and that, so more hours of play. Because like there's reviews I was reading, like some people were like, there's no replay value. And I'm like, how the hell is there no replay value when you have to like grind to get like all the items and all the shit you want? So I don't know whatever that guy was saying, but yeah.
Okay.
So patience. You play the game, and you get what you want. I mean, there's like some things where like they're having patches like that they said they're giving out. So like there's one where they're saying like you get the parts that your teammates pick up, because like in the game there's objectives to where you have to like pick up a certain amount of parts and then you have to save them, and then you get those parts rewarded to you. Yeah. So like, and your teammates can do the same thing, it's just you don't get their parts that they get. So
it's like if one person picks it up, everybody gets that part?
Well, with the new patches it will.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's that. So it's not more hectic, because like you can only get one part of whatever it is, and it's like in a catalog, Okay. And so every extra part you get, you sell, and then you get the credits back, so you can possibly buy the other part that you want. So I don't know. It's very time consuming, but patience, then you get what you want. So
okay. Do you feel like you're gonna dump a lot of time in, or are you just gonna like as soon as you get another game to play, you're gonna move on to that?
I might dump a lot of time. I've already dumped a lot of time in the game already, but like I have a lot of fun. So
all right. Happy to
do
hear
you
that.
think they'll come with another West one?
I hope they do, because
you said this is the first one, right? That's here in the West.
Well, this is probably like their 5th Gundam game that they released in the West, actually localized.
This is the first Gundam Breaker, but there's been other Gundam games.
Yeah. Sure, but my thing is like, do you think their next Gundam Breaker game?
They might. I don't know.
It depends on how long.
Because it's Bamco, so I mean like no matter what, it doesn't matter, because like if they feel like it, they'll just sell the fucking game.
The EA of Japan.
Yeah. But like, but it just depends. Like, it might happen. You never know. Like, they always release like another like anime game like all the time. Yeah. And you're like, I don't fucking want this, and you get it anyway.
It's very weird what they do and don't release over here in the West. It's like, would have liked some more of like those like some Tales games that come to the West. And it's like, here's like this fucking trash ass anime game that nobody fucking asked for.
Yeah. Or here's another version of fucking Naruto. Like even though you played this fucking same game, we're just gonna up the grab. There's a funny thing. You know how they have the Steam Silver Sale, right? They're selling like the Ultimate Ninja Storm games. Yeah. And they're like fucking 3 was more expensive than 4, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
And it's so weird to me that you can't even get 4 on Switch. That you can only get 1 through 3. That's so bizarre to me.
It is really funny, just because like I was like, it's the newer version. Yeah. It's more updated, but they rather sell the
But that's all you've been playing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played Digimon before that. But and then I got that game, so I just like.
Oh yeah, I forgot you bought the
Next Order.
Yeah.
Is it Next Order?
Yeah. Okay. And I pushed that to the side because like. No, I mean, I'm still gonna finish it. It's just like I was telling Carlos, like that game is like so much of a fucking grind. Like you're not gonna get any fucking progress. Like, okay, there's 5 chapters in that game, right? The first chapter, it took me like 20 plus hours just to get past it, and then the rest of the game is like, chapter 2, whatever, like 15 hours or so, and then everything else is like the last chapter 5. That's the final dungeon, and that's it. So it's just like, the pacing is weird, but.
Are you having fun with it? Like when you were playing it, I mean.
Yeah, it depends. Like, I played the original Digimon World game, so it's like, a lot of grinding
Mm-hmm.
and just getting what farming and stuff and getting what you want. So like for you, I guess you'd fucking like drop off like immediately.
I don't mind lots of grinding if it's enjoyable to do.
Yeah.
Like Xenoblade is a lot of grinding. It can be a bit frustrating, but like overall, it's fun to do during the progress of the story.
Yeah.
Like grinding in that game, like after you beat the story, is so fucking like annoying as shit. So, I mean, it just depends. If it's enjoyable to do, I'll put in like 20 hours of grinding. You know.
Yeah, but no, it's like an actual work. It's like a fucking, like, it's like you're playing. See, it's like you're playing Persona for the first time, and you know about the game, and you're like, oh, I gotta do this. I gotta 100% it. I gotta get the max social links, and then you're playing, and you're like, you gotta do this, and then oh god.
So like, it doesn't seem too bad because like during battles, like you as like the tamer you don't really control the Digimon directly. It's kind of like auto battles. So like. Yeah. To me, it seemed like the perfect kind of game to just like
chill.
Yeah, like put like watch a YouTube video. Or something.
The thing is like the difficulty scaling in that game is like really strong. Okay. So like, say you have rookie Digimon and like, cause stats fucking matter in this game.
Okay.
Like rookie Digimon, because they don't have levels. Your enemies have levels, so that's whatever. But the level is really weird. It doesn't like whatever level they are doesn't really matter to what your thing is. So it's okay. Think about like Pokemon Black and White, where stats actually fucking matter in that game, and like so it's kind of like that. So say you have like you have your rookie Digimon, they have like stats at like 200 or whatever.
Yeah. And
then you have to go fight like one of the first bosses in the game. You have to fight a Megadramon. And
wait. You have to fight a mega level Digimon? Yeah, it's like one of your first bosses?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, so you have to fight that, and then just like, and this is not for like not knowing, like, going into the game blind. Like, you're just like fighting, and you're like, oh, I'm getting fucked. Like, he one-shots you and shit. But like, what you actually have to do is you have to raise their stats to like 1,000 plus. And then, it doesn't take that long.
Okay.
It's just patience. The last couple games I played, you need a fucking lot of patience to actually do anything in. But you just have to raise those stats and like, cause like what you can do is what people don't recommend is like for that first boss fight, you can just like fucking like brute force it and just like keep like do your whatever training, not the efficient way, just like quick training and like get them to a mega, and then just kill them, which is that. But like there's ways you can actually beat it, like low, like weaker level Digimon, just like have the higher stats. I don't know. It's really interesting, I guess. Like once you get past the learning curve, it's just a numbers game, and
But okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that you're, got something that you're enjoying to play. So Carlos.
Yes, my love.
Right now you're playing through. Well, you've finished Breath of the Wild. And right now you're getting wrecked on Battle Network 4, correct?
Yeah, I'm getting fucked on Battle Network 4. I'm on the final boss, and Duel's a bitch. I've been like so close so many times. I will say this. The first time I fought him, I was like, I legitimately thought I was like, I can't beat this game. Like, that's how like overpowered I felt. And then like, I do appreciate that like, the more practice you do, like you get better at it. But like the one thing I realized about the Mega Man games that I kind of don't like is. Or actually, this is not even a Mega Man problem. I just hate it when this happens. When you can do this part of a game, and then you get to X part, and that's the part you struggle with, but you have to keep on redoing the other part over and over again.
Oh yeah, because in the final dungeon you don't save.
You can't save, so I have to keep fighting.
Laser Man?
No.
Oh.
No, you beat Laser Man, then you can save, then you have to fight Mega Man's Dark Soul.
Yeah.
Beat that, and then you can find. And then the other thing that's annoying is, especially Mega Man, they always make you walk like an X amount before you get to the final boss.
Virus.
So it's like walk, and finally you get there. Then fight that first boss that you already know you can beat a billion times, and then finally you get to the part. And it's like it's frustrating because. For example, like if I could just keep fighting the final boss, then like you get practicing.
Yeah.
But since you have to spend so much time,
yeah,
finally got here, beat this, and then like you finally get there, and let's say you get like one shot, whatever, because you're just trying to learn it, and you're like, now I have to do everything again. And it's like this, like that feeling kind of sucks because it happens in a lot of, this isn't the only game where that happens. Where you're just like, you can do X part all easily, and you have to keep doing X part to get to Y part.
Yeah, in Persona.
Yeah, and you going up hard, and then you got one shot by the boss. Time to do all those 5 floors again.
You have to fight the boss's stage like 10 times.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you get killed, you get one shot, and you're like, I gotta spend another hour.
Yeah. You
doing
gotta
this
spend
whole
another
boss
hour
fight
until
again.
it's like. Yeah, but that's like just that. How can I say it? That part in games is kind of frustrating.
Patience.
It is patience. So
but it does. I do have to say though, I don't really like that part.
It's a game design flaw, obviously.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
I don't like that. I don't like.
Yeah, you don't like
games design like that.
That's stupid. It's like you're gonna fight a boss. Oh, never mind. We're gonna fight another boss right after that. Because fuck you.
Because like, I don't know. Like to me, the good games, what they do is they let you have a continue, and they let you restart right there because they know like they know like this boss is hard. You know what? You get to replay. Now if you turn the system off, you save X part. But if you die, all right, we'll let you restart right there and try to learn the boss.
Yeah.
But if you don't have to do such a long process to try to learn the boss, that gets kind of annoying.
Yeah.
And overall, with the game, like in comparison to the other ones, you and me have been kind of talking about this. I do think it's the weakest one. There's some things that it does shit. That I don't think it's shit because it's still BattleNet. Like it still has that like the.
It has the name.
No, not even that.
It's the brand?
No, but like it has like the basic, like it's still Battle Network. Like,
yeah.
It's still Mega Man, you still do that, right? But the frustrating thing is this is the 4th installment, and 2 and 3 improved better without taking things away. We talked about it. Like making the ad thing like a soul was like, is fucking stupid. I hate that. I do like the way that if you sacrifice a chip, like to use a soul, whatever. That's an easier way because in like 3, when you had a style, it's like you're pretty much only using that style, and then I'll never touch any of the other styles. Like it doesn't make me want to touch the other styles. Once I find one that I like. So I do like you use the chip and sacrifice. You use the soul. I like full synchro, the thing with the counter. But like something like them taking the ad away. You have to replay the game multiple times and it's random
to get the souls.
Because
like for example, like when I was playing through Blue Moon, I didn't get Junk Soul until my 3rd time in the game.
See, there you go. Exactly. So you're randoming, trying to hope you get the other soul. Like for example, the first time you play around, you don't really care because it's like it's the first time, so you're gonna get 2 souls that you haven't gotten.
Yeah.
But then the next one, it's like, oh, guess what? You got the one soul that you already got, and maybe another new soul. It's like, okay, like this sucks. All right, let me replay it. It's like, oh, now you got 2 souls that you already got again. It's like, what the fuck?
See,
what
like,
about the new souls?
I was like, they crushed me because I got really lucky because like the first time I played through the game, got 2 new souls. Second time, got 2 new souls. Third time, I got Junkman. I was like, cool. I just need to get the last soul and I can do the post game. And then I got a repeat of one of the previous ones. So it's like I have to do this the 4th time. And I couldn't do it.
So
I bailed.
So I don't want to do that. And let's see, story-wise, like the scenarios are cool. I was telling you about the chef guy, like it was like pretty much like Shokugeki, where like this old man's trying to teach this kid like the meaning of like putting like love and care in your cooking.
Yeah.
And like he eats the
fighting
kids,
foodons.
Yeah, he eats the kid's food, and like his soul like comes out of his body, and he's like, oh, it's so good. He eats Lance's food, and like. Previously in the game, they had mentioned that like his wife had just died. His soul comes out of his body, and then his wife's soul comes out. It's like wife, like so. Like,
is that because like Lance cooking's like good?
It was so good. No, it was so good.
Oh, okay.
He's like, you brought people back from the dead. Like that's how good it was. It's like it was hilarious. So like the scenarios are good, but it just sucks that you have to get lucky to get the other scenarios. Why couldn't they all just been there? And then let's see. I don't know, like, also there's, like, in comparison to the other ones, it really feels like you're going to the same places more often, and there's less viruses. Like, in the other games, I felt like I fought different types of viruses more often, and I feel like I really had the same chips for most of the game in comparison to the 1, 2, and 3.
So I was meaning to ask you, does it bother you that souls only last 3 turns?
Oh no, because this is what I'm learning about when I'm fighting duo. Like
Yeah.
if it's a good soul, then you just never use the thing, and you just keep fighting with that soul,
Mm-hmm.
and so then you can just keep fighting and fighting and fighting with that soul.
Mhm.
Like I see what you're saying. Would I prefer them to change it? Sure.
Mhm.
Like I would, but it doesn't bother me because, like, usually that soul like junk. So I'm finding out junk and thunder are really good.
Mhm.
And so fighting duo with them is really good, and so I just keep.
Wait, how do
fighting
you have Junk Soul? You don't have Junk
Or
Soul.
not Junk Soul, excuse me, Guts.
Okay.
Guts and my bad.
Yeah.
Guts and Thunder.
Okay.
So like fighting with them is like really good, and yeah, I would prefer that they take it away. Like they like you can just use however long you want.
Mhm.
But then the other thing is I don't know how would you balance this then. In one match, can you only use one soul,
Mm-hmm.
or can you use as many souls as you want? Like for example, I get a chip to sacrifice to use Guts, and then what if I get a chip to sacrifice to use Thunder? Can I do that in the same match, or can I only use one soul? Because in this game,
Mm-hmm.
like you can sacrifice any chip. Like you can I can sacrifice one you being Guts, and then like the three turns up, and then I can just use one for Thunder, and then I go to Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how.
I would say
okay
you would
with that.
do just have you can only use one soul per
One
battle.
soul. Okay, so
That's how I would balance it.
all right. Because otherwise, then I would feel like you're kind of busted.
Mm-hmm.
Because just using the charge version of Thunderman, like just paralyzing and
Yeah.
then paralyze, yeah. And then Gutsman, like when he does like the machine gun thing,
Yeah.
during that he has invincibility.
Yeah, yeah, super armor.
He has super armor, which like if you can time right, that's kind of busted.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like the game does a lot of like. I like the souls. I like the souls more than the styles, really.
Mm-hmm.
But like, there's still a lot of other things that like just having to fight the stuff over and over again. It feels like less virus variety,
Yeah.
and there are stuff that you're right. It's not that good.
Yeah.
It's annoying, but
Time to go to the next tournament.
yeah, time to go to the next tournament, and
fight Chad.
yeah, I don't fight Chad.
Yeah.
Because he's dead.
Also,
You need to search for
the
him.
Dark Chips. Dark Chips is like a cool story thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, they really don't... It feels like they don't go in-depth about it that much. Like, they only in certain situations. Like, the
Yeah.
first time they show you, like, Mega Man's darkness, like,
Yeah.
his dark soul, and you're like, oh, that's kind of cool, but then they never really bring it up until the end of the game. It's like...
Did you ever use Dark Chips?
No, I did not.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, you might as well since you're not going to do the post game.
But you can't use it in the final battle.
Oh, you can't?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No dark chips, so... That's why everyone, like online annoyed about that boss is like, I totally would have used dark chips and fuck up duo. But, and I like fighting the Navis. The Navis were cool.
Uh-huh.
But, like, fighting the actual Navis.
Yeah.
But sometimes in those rounds, you would get, like, a basic bitch Navi.
Yeah.
And it's like, why couldn't you have a real Navi that had like an interesting power? Because fighting the real Navis
Yeah.
was really cool.
Yeah.
But then you would like, for example, the guy with the cooking, he doesn't have he has a normal Navi.
Yeah.
So you just fight his basic bitch Navi. It's like, all right, like this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
So.
The custom Navis. The important characters.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
important characters. But there's a lot of them, and so I don't know. That kind of sucks.
That's why you gotta play the other game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And. I don't know. Overall, I still like it. It is Mega Man. Like, it is Battle Network, so...
Yeah.
But I definitely think... For it being the 4th installment,
Mm-hmm.
this is, like, the weakest one.
Yeah.
This is the weakest one.
5 is better.
Mm-hmm.
Still not as good as 3.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah. 5 is better.
Oh, and that's the other thing, by the way. And I know you mentioned it to me, and, like, story-wise, about Hub, right? That was Mega Man's brother?
Yeah. Or Lance brother.
Or Lan's brother, excuse
Yeah.
me. And... that, like, has, like, no meaning.
It has no bearing.
No bearing. Because if you were a fan, like, because that's why it's a little bit weird for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm playing them after the fact. But if you were to put yourself back in 2003,
Mm-hmm.
and you were, like, playing 1, you played 2, and you played 3, and you get, like attached to Hub and Lan.
Yeah, and then
the
Mega Man
brothers.
dies.
And he dies! He dies in 3! Hub dies.
Yeah.
And then they just don't honor his name. He has Mega Man's back, and you have, like, no feeling of, like...
It's really weird Because they should have like you said, they should have like changed how Mega Man looked or acted or something.
Something. His personality is exactly the same. He looks the same. So you don't have this feeling. They just don't say hub. That's it.
Yeah.
He says Mega Man.
Yeah.
And it's like,
it's whack.
It's whack.
It's such a cop out.
Because they had such a great. That would have been such a great like story.
Yeah. Like that Mega Man is dead. Your brother's
your
dead.
brother is dead. He sacrificed himself. But when you play 4, you get that. You do not get that feeling.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Mega Man's back.
Yeah.
Like I legitimately started playing, and I was like, oh, Mega Man's back. I'm like, that's cool. And I'm like, wait a minute. Hub. Wait. Hub is dead though. Hub is dead. Mega Man, but it's still going strong. So you just kind of like, they dropped the ball because it could have been Mega Man like Battle Number 1, 2, and 3 could have been its own like kind of like trilogy, and then this could have been the new start with Lan like growing up, learning to live life without his brother, and like you don't get that feeling at all. It's just like life has went on. There was no sacrifice in 3.
I think at that time, I think that was around when the anime came out, and it just didn't give a fuck about it at all.
No, maybe that's when the anime came out, but then that sucks. Like it really does suck because you're just like, this could have been a big like story progression for like Lan about getting over the fact his brother died. He sacrificed himself, and it's like you don't get that feeling at all.
It's really weird because I don't know who the writers are, but like 1, 2, and 3 feel like they're all written by the same people, and then like 4 and 5 like feels like it's like written by somebody completely different.
Probably was.
And then like 6 feels like it's written by the same person that did 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like writers for an anime. They did they do the first 3 episodes great, and then they're like, fuck off, and then they leave it to the B team, and it's all fucking shit. And then the last couple episodes, the fucking original team comes back, and that shit's good again. And you're like, what the fuck is this garbage?
I don't know. Overall, I still like it, but I do think it is the weakest one. Because at first, when I started playing it, I was not feeling it at all. I was like, man, I do not want to fucking play this game. But then as it went along, the full synchro, the souls, and all that, the dark ship stuff, all that was cool.
So, what do you think of Breath of the Wild? Overrated game? Not really.
No, I think it's a great game. I think there's some stuff that's dumb. Like I told this to you about like how why isn't there not a recipe book?
Mm-hmm.
Like the compendium gives you like all this information about like if you take a picture of like a thing, it tells you like where you can get it, what it looks like, and blah blah blah. But you can't get like a thing that like records like, oh, I cooked this thing and this thing.
Yeah.
Like you can't record that. Like that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But no, it's not like game break. Like I'm not crying over the fact that there's not a fucking recipe.
It just seems like such a basic thing.
Like it's just such a basic thing that you think like, I don't know, if cooking's such a big thing in your game, why don't you have it?
It's like most other games that have cooking, you have it.
Have it, yeah, exactly. I'm like, Thousand Year Door had it. Like that was like a GameCube game. So, the breaking. So, what I've heard from like the developers, they say like they didn't want you to just choose a favorite like weapon and like just go around with that weapon. So that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. If you want weapons to break, you want me to try out the other weapons that you created, that's fine. My problem is that there's no gauge.
Yeah.
There's no like thing that shows you how much you have left, because the only thing it does is it shows it when it's brand new. It's like it shines, and then once you use it, the shine's gone. So then, like for example,
like a durability gauge on the weapon.
There's no durability gauge, so it's like, okay, you hit once, then it's not shining anymore. So it's not new, but you still don't know how long you've used it, because you could have used it one time, or you could use it 100 times, and it could be that close to breaking. Because when it's super close to breaking, then it says like, oh, this weapon's about to break.
Yeah.
But there's such a gap there between new and about to break that you have no clue how much you have left on that weapon.
Yeah.
So I think there should have been a gauge.
That seems limiting to me, like the whole weapon thing. Because like whenever I'm playing a game and I get a new weapon, I'll equip it and like try it out to see how it works, and then if I don't like it, I'll go back to the other thing. But the thing is, with Zelda, kind of like it's kind of forcing you to use things that you may not even like. So it's like I get like they say that they don't want you to only do one thing the entire game, but then it might be forcing you to do like using things that you may not even want to like play with. Like I may just want to use the swords and not the spears, because I don't like the way the spears handle.
Sure.
But the spears is what I got right now.
Uh-huh.
So that fucking sucks to me.
No, that's fair. I think But I think I guess that's what the beauty is. It's like,
Uh-huh.
you know what, you end up adapting and learning and liking the new thing and knowing when to use it. For example, I don't like using like the two-handed things.
Yeah.
But it is perfect when you do like a dodge, like the parry thing.
Yeah.
And then switch quickly to the big thing.
And you get a bunch of hits in.
And you get a bunch of hits in. So I think that's where it changes, where you can actually use the sword in battle.
Mm-hmm.
And then the moment you have time for like a huge punish, you switch to a big weapon.
Yeah.
And so you don't have to really use the big weapon.
Mm-hmm.
If you have it, you're just gonna have it in your head. You're like, oh, you know what? I can use it for like you can use it for when you want to punish somebody. So that isn't an issue either. Like that doesn't bother me. The story's okay. I know it's a Nintendo game, so you mentioned that. It's like, it's all right. But I think even in other games, I have this feeling of like satisfaction.
Yeah.
And like one of my cousins was telling me he was really like sad, or not sad, like I guess mad about the ending, because he thought we were gonna get to explore the Hyrule after like we had just saved the world and see other people's reactions, and that would have been cool because like you go on this journey and you see all these characters and like you don't get to see any of their reactions of you saving the world at all. Like
that would be cool, but I think that's very naive.
Oh no,
because they don't even do it for Pokemon when you become champion.
No, that's what I'm saying. But he's just saying like what he would want.
Yeah.
And like
he's dreaming.
Yeah, he's dreaming. Like he's just like, man, this would have been cool.
Yeah.
And I agree. Like you like do this, and you're just like, man, like I didn't like.
You don't feel as fulfilled.
Yeah, I don't feel as fulfilled. It's like I didn't get to see anyone's reactions. Like,
yeah.
I didn't get to see like because like they tease at the end like, oh, we're gonna go see the king, of the Zora people, and it's like, okay, like see what he thinks. Like I just saved the world, and it's like no, you don't get no reaction from anybody. And then the other thing, the champions fucking suck. Like I've been saying this like,
they're the DLC.
No, I haven't played the DLC, but just like as in like. Okay, how can I explain it? The champions are cool. Like if you talk to them, they're interesting. They have a personality, but like
they all ate shit and died.
That's all you really get from them. Hey, there's these kind of cool champions. They got their ass handed 100 years ago. Link, go save them. That's like what it boils down to. Yeah. It's like, so how are they strong, or what? Why are they considered OP? Like, what is the thing that I'm supposed to think? Like, oh yeah, that's why they're strong. Because the only thing you're showed of them is that they got their ass handed by these blights 100 years ago, and that you have to go and do the job and be all for them.
Link, go save them so that way you can make the final boss easier for yourself.
Yeah, it's like that's all it does. It's like, yeah, it makes Link cooler, but like, who didn't already like Link? Like, if you're, he's you, so you're gonna like him regardless. So they needed to make the champions cooler, and they kind of didn't. Like, they did a good job in the cutscenes of making them kind of like. They weren't plain. They weren't boring. Yeah. They had a personality.
You didn't get enough.
But you just didn't get enough. And like I think that's why I understand why people with the DLC, they're kind of mad. Like they're mad about how they wanted more. Like like it's not a problem of that they aren't interesting. It's that you made them interesting and people want to know more and you didn't give it to them. Yeah. So.
See, I think Nintendo does like some good things sometimes when they do like introduce like people who are like higher ranked or whatever in the echelon of society or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, like, in Pokemon, the gym leaders or whatever, they're like, stronger than the average trainer. Yeah. So, like, at the end of Black and White, I'm using Black and White again, we're going against the castle, and they all just show up there. Yeah. And, like, they don't really do much throughout the whole story anyway. Mm-hmm. They're just there. So, I mean, like, but that was cool, Yeah. So, like, it for moments like that, you're introduced, like, people of a higher standard and, like, all these things. It's just like, make them known for something, just don't make them do anything, Mm-hmm. So,
but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like those are pretty much like cons, I guess. Like kind of like the story, some mechanics things. Like I kind of wonder, like, oh, why?
I do remember you saying that you wish there was more music.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. So music, like the music's really good. I just feel like there's not enough of it.
Because you always complain that in the open world games you hate atmospheric music.
Yeah, or it's not that I hate it. It's just that I don't get attached to it. I'm like, oh, more atmospheric music. Yeah. And this game, no exception, it did the same. Like it did the same thing, and I was like, I don't know. I wish I had like a theme that it usually does. Like this would have been nice. It's like it's to set the mood. It's like.
I think you'll like Xenoblade's music. Xenoblade 2.
Yeah. I've heard a couple of tracks. I'm like, yeah, this is great. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I want to hear good music. Like hearing atmospheric music is nice and all, but then after I play it, I don't remember any of it. Like I'm sure Witcher 3, like that's why we were watching Soul Calibur gameplay. The song, it's good.
I remember like that track and a couple of others, but I don't remember most of music.
And you don't remember most of, and not that it's bad.
Yeah.
It's just that it's just supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And so I prefer a theme over like just atmospheric music.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think those are all the things I don't like. But and in a way it seems like a lot, but I think the game does a great job of like what Pokemon hasn't done, and that's like make you feel like you're on an adventure and really making you feel like when they say open world, like really making you feel like you can do whatever you can think of and try to do on your own.
Open air?
Yeah, I knew you were gonna fucking say that shit. So yeah, do whatever you can, and it lets you go anywhere. Like all the people who like played Zelda that are close to me, they all kind of like, why the hell did you go that way? Because apparently the normal way is like you go right toward the Zora's at. You go that place first.
Yeah.
I went up. I went clockwise instead of counterclockwise.
Yeah.
So
all part of the adventure.
All part of the adventure. I just went whatever way, and I don't know. Like I think it does a great job of making you really want to keep exploring the world. Like I think in a lot of other games, it does feel. I think it really feels like a checklist. It really does. Like you're just kind of like, all right, gotta do this. Mm-hmm. And that in this game, I was just like, I just want to go there.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna go there, and I'm gonna find whatever the hell there is.
Yeah.
There could be a giant boss or a Lionel or something. Something OP. And I don't know. Like, I don't know if they'll be able to recapture it. And I know some people had a problem with calling it revolutionary. I don't think it will be revolutionary because I don't think people will copy what it did.
Yeah, but for sure.
Yeah, but I think it is like special. Like I do think it does something that other games don't do.
Yeah.
The shrines. Okay, so the shrines. So I don't know. It's a weird thing because like some of the shrines are like they're just you fight a guardian, I guess, or I don't know if you would call it. I don't know. You fight a monster.
Yeah.
And that's kind of nice just so like, you can get more weapons, because their weapons are pretty OP.
Yeah.
So, in a way, I save those shrines. So, when I'm like, man, I'm running out of weapons, I just go to that shrine, beat the guy really quick, and then I get his weapons. Some of the other shrines, I like that you can, like, with shrines, you can, like, figure out multiple ways to do them.
Yeah.
Now, some of them are, like, super easy, like, just, like, grab this, move there. And others are, like, it feels more like a dungeon where you're like, man, I have to do this, and this, and this. Okay, I have to do this, this, this. I think I would cut the amount of shrines to make, like, just more shrines, like,
because it's 120, right?
Yeah, there's 120. And, like, some of them are just, like, really easy. It's like, oh, do this, do that. And then some other shrines, it's actually more about getting to the shrine. Because, like, some shrines, they're put in a place where it's really hard to get to it.
Yeah.
And so once you get into the shrine, it's just like, oh, here's your reward.
Yeah.
So that's fine. The Divine Beasts themselves, I think this is the last thing I want to talk about. The Divine Beasts, I think they're okay. Like, it really felt like at times it was just like, hey, make the Divine Beasts look this way and then look that way, and shit will just roll around. And I know the game's is mostly about its physics, but there were points where I was just like, all right, let's say I can't figure this puzzle out. I'm just going to make the Divine Beast move in every single direction it can, and I figure it out. So sometimes, like, it felt a little too easy to figure out.
Yeah.
But they were fine. They were better than some shrines. But like, I think, like, some shrines are really good.
Yeah.
But
do you think if they, like, cut, like, maybe, like, the shrine amount by, like, half or something, they could have spent more time making the dungeons cooler? The Divine Beast, I mean.
Yeah, because they also didn't give off a theme.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really feel like I got a theme out of them. Like, I know
you want that water temple to fuck you hard.
Yeah, you want you don't think of the water temple or the desert. Like, I was just like, oh, here's another Divine Beast.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, the elephant one had, like, water or whatever. Like, some water. Like, you did a water thing, but, like, it didn't really feel the same way. Yeah. But, so, yeah, I think I would prefer that. But overall, I think the game is great.
Okay.
Like, I know I mentioned some people would feel like a lot of cons, but I think it is kind of important, like, especially with these bigger games, to try to just squeeze out every bad thing that you can think about, and overall, and see if, like, do the pros out.
I get you. Like, there's a lot of cons, but everything else is, like, really, really good.
Really, really, really good. Yeah. So, I think it is a great game. And I think they can make it better.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't even know if they're gonna make another game I think they're working on another maybe 2D one, like an old style, or maybe they are just working on the next Breath of the Wild. And also I don't even know what they would call it. Like would they wouldn't put a number. They've never put a number on the Zelda games, right? Anytime, yeah, they always call it. They'll call it a different name. So.
Yeah.
I don't know, but really good. Also, moving on from Zelda, I have been playing Fortnite recently.
Yeah.
And just quickly on that, I think the fun of it is like what people used to feel about Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Everyone used to say like it's kind of like it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
So if you beat it, you got credit. I think people feel that way right now with Fortnite of like getting a win.
Yeah.
Like if you can get a win with a team, it's like it really is satisfying that you can work together or even solo, like your own individual skill, and you're able to like to get a win. And like seeing the progress, like from when you're starting out and you're like, I don't know, you get 90th. You're like, wow, I fucking suck. Then 70th, and 15th, and then you get a first.
How do you feel about the changes that are coming soon? Like I know
the
that
building.
Yeah.
So I've heard about it. I think that they might like nerf building, and I think that would be a horrible decision just because from what the community is saying, they don't want that change. So why change it?
Mm-hmm.
Like they've done a great job of listening to what they say. Like you know what?
Like for what they've been saying is that they want to keep like the game fresh because like the thing is like that each match kind of ends up the same way. You get like one person in tower, like one person has like a giant staircase, something like that. I don't think they want their game to be like this is the way every match plays out. I think they want the gameplay to constantly feel fresh because if it feels, I think the thing is like it's big right now, but in order to keep our game fresh and like viable, like we need to like create new experiences.
I can understand that, but I think the problem is right now everyone's like vehemently saying, "But this is not what we want, though."
Yeah.
And like the way like the best players are viewing it is because the thing that Fortnite does is building separates you from being like an okay player to a great player.
Yeah.
If you can build, then that like maxes out your leveling cap, like your skill cap.
Yeah.
So if you like nerf building, then like the people who've done all like master building, they can only be like this much better than a casual player. And the fear is that like you're making it easy for casual players to like win, I guess.
Yeah.
And not like not rewarding people for like putting a lot of time and effort and getting better at the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's where a lot of people are coming from. Like they like that. It feels like the more time you put into the game, the better you get.
Yeah.
And if they nerf building, they'll feel like, well, what's the other thing I can do to get better? Like, I can already shoot well.
Yeah.
Like it'll just turn into any other shooter.
Yeah.
Okay, I can shoot well. I can aim a gun. But building is the thing that makes it like, oh, if you're really good at building, it keeps like your survivability up.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like other changes I know is like shotguns
got nerfed.
Got nerfed, and that's what kind of people were talking about. Shotguns are OP, kind of bust some of the other weapons.
Yeah.
And I think they'll continue to do that.
Okay. So lately, I guess like over the past month and a half, I guess or so, I've just been going away and playing the Ace Attorney games, specifically the first three, because I bought the. They have like a trilogy collection on the eShop on 3DS, so I bought that, just try it out, see if I'd like it. And I played the first game and I fell in love with it. I always get let's see. No, the first one is just called Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and I loved it. Like that game is like naturally humorous. It's not like one of those games like it's not like Fractured But Whole where it's like it's trying really really fucking hard with its humor and it doesn't land. It just like. It tries funny without like you see something that's like trying to be funny, it's trying too hard and it just doesn't come across, The writing in that feels so fresh and like all the characters in that are so great. Like Edgeworth, your rival, or Phoenix himself, like his straight man like reactions to stuff, or like the judge is like a dope. And it's just like, yeah, sometimes I go outside and,
the judge is always a dope.
Yeah. and now every case in the first game is like there's like an overarching like through line, like how in the first game, you like there's an overarching through line about like Edgeworth and like his backstory and like how it's affecting like stuff that's going on in the present day when it comes to the fourth and fifth cases. That's really great. And then just like going around collecting like the investigation sections, like where you're going around to like all the parts areas that are related to the case and collecting evidence. Those are all right, because like, you go to the environment, and like you look for like any details that are out of source, like look for like anything that you could like use in your court cases. There's like no chance that you'll miss any evidence though, because you won't progress on to the trial until like you've collected like every single piece that you need, so that could be kind of interesting, like where it could be like you could go to like a court case and then like oh, I didn't get that thing. But the thing is, like, the game is like it's not like multi-answered. Like if you collect something, you're gonna use that in the court case. There's not like multiple ways to solve the case, so that's like one flaw I have with it, that I wish that there's more than one way to like prove your point, prove your case. And there are a couple of times in the court cases where it's like it's not very clear what they wanted. Like it's like, oh, okay, this makes sense. It's like I'm gonna present this evidence here because that goes against what they said, and the game wants to present this like hanky to like this statement because it's like, I see what you're going there for, game. That's not what most people would think of first, but sure, that makes sense, I guess. I don't think most people would have thought of it that way, but sure. And then I beat the first one. I loved it. And they're not long games either, which I appreciate. I don't think it doesn't need to be like a 60-hour game. The first one's like 17 hours.
Okay.
The second one is about the same length, but I didn't finish the second one. Because the second one, it felt like they rested on their laurels. Like, instead of like coming out with like new scenarios and new ideas, it feels like a rehash of the first game. Because it's like, oh, Maya's, in a pickle again, you need to like defend her. I'm like, okay, it's kind of the same. It's kind of just like the exact same shit you did in the first game with like a slightly different spin on it, and that's not enjoyable at all. The cases aren't tied together. You have a new rival, Francesca, and she sucks. She's not interesting at all because Edgeworth is traveling abroad. You got Gumshoe though, and Gumshoe's 10 out of 10.
I don't know who that is.
Gumshoe's this detective. His name is Dick Gumshoe.
Okay.
He's like a doof as well.
Yeah, he's a doofus. Like a lot of the characters are doofus. Like the judge, Gumshoe, they're all doofuses.
Okay.
And I don't think the music is good in that game either. Because like that's another thing. I think the first game has like 10 out of 10 music. It's so good. So then I bailed on the second one and I moved on to the third one. I'm loving the third one because it goes back to how the first game was, where the cases are like tied together. There's like overarching plot line, and like it goes back to showing like your mentor's, Phoenix Wright's mentor's first case, and it shows like her first case, and then it shows the case where she defended Phoenix Wright when he was accused of murder when he was in college, and it's like it's just so good, and then like that ties back into the previous day because Phoenix Wright's girlfriend in the case when he was in college, he meets her again in present day, and he's like, how's this possible? Because she's supposed to be in prison. And Edgeworth is again not like he shows up, but like not until like later on. You have a new rival in this game, Godo, and he's this prosecutor that drinks coffee, and
isn't he the dude with the Cyclops, right?
Yeah, he's the dude with the mask.
It's fucking stupid.
It's so funny though, and he's like, because during the case he drinks coffee and is like, Judge, during any of my cases, I only bring enough coffee with me for 17 cups because by the time I get to 17th cup, that means I've won.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really anime right there.
And for some reason, he seems like even for like the first time he meets Phoenix in the middle of the trial. He acts like he knows Phoenix Wright, but the Phoenix Wright, I don't know this guy. And it's like he has like some kind of grudge against Phoenix Wright, and like as we progress through the game, it becomes more and more clear.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's really good. And it's like even though 1, 2, and 3 are written and directed by the same guy, it feels like 2 misses step and then like 3 course corrected and like it's like back to like where it should be. I haven't finished it yet, but like I'm on the last case. I'll probably finish it by the end of the day. Yeah, and then
you're gonna play Edgeworth, right?
What's up?
Then you're gonna play Edgeworth.
So actually, the next one that came out is Apollo Justice. So I have to buy that one next.
Oh, Apollo Justice.
It's Apollo Justice and the Edgeworth. And I was talking to Carlos about this the other night. It was last night, actually. It's annoying because only the first investigations with Edgeworth, only the first one came to the West. The second one never came to the West. So that sucks. So.
Edgeworth is cool.
Yeah, Edgeworth is cool.
Apollo Justice is pretty hype, but Edgeworth is like fucking amazing.
Yeah. So, yeah. Looking forward to that. Like, I probably after I play this one, I'm probably gonna play something different. I don't want to immediately go into Apollo Justice. I might borrow your PS3 controller to play Sly Cooper or something.
The controller or the charger?
The controller.
The controller? Okay.
Because
I'm playing a PS4 game.
Because I don't even know if any of. Well, I know one of these controllers works. I might be able to borrow the charger.
Okay. Charger works.
Okay. I have to check because I don't remember which one of these controllers works. Because you remember on Sly Cooper Collection you can't use PS4 controller.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been playing. Just playing Ace Attorney because there isn't anything else out to play.
What is the next thing you're gonna play?
The next thing I'm gonna play?
That's brand new. That's coming out. What was the next thing?
Mega Man X Collection.
When?
July 24th.
And after that, he has his choices.
Oh yeah, his choices.
Yeah, not until September. Yeah.
That's September.
But that's a good transitioning point because right now we're about to talk about the upcoming games for July, August, September.
Okay.
So we don't have to spend like a lot of time. I just want to kind of go in, kind of like gauge how you're feeling about each one. So this isn't every single game that came out because that'd be way too much. I'm just kind of going about the games that I think we would have something to say about.
Sure.
So if there's like some kind of games like, how come you didn't put in NBA Live? One, nobody gives a fuck about NBA Live because everybody's playing 2K, and me and Brian don't have shit to say about sports games. Other than like, I think this one will be better than the one that came out last year possibly. Because this one is 18 and the last one was 17.
Yeah.
So in order to avoid stupid conversations like that, I curtailed it to just the games I think that all three of us might have something to say about.
Okay, that's fair.
So, coming out on July 13th, we have Octopath Traveler. I'm not going to get this.
I will get it. I don't know if I will get it on launch.
Yeah, because you got so much other shit.
Because I got so much other shit to play,
Yeah.
and I don't like buying more games, and I know I have games to play.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't like that. It's like, dude, why are you buying more shit? Like, you can use that money for something else. Right now, you have shit to play.
Yeah.
Why are you spending more money?
Because I've been tempted to buy, like... I'm the same way, because I've been tempted to buy, like, more movies, but it's like, I need to get to the movies I already have to watch right now. But I get you.
I will say, out of all the games I have, like, just off the top of my head,
Yeah.
I think the only one I'm really debating on will I actually play is Dragon Age.
Oh, okay.
That's the one, like, after, the more thing about, I do want to play Mass Effect. I do want to play Tales, both Tales. But and then, like, obviously I want to play God of War here. But Dragon Age is the one where I'm like...
You don't even know if you really care enough?
Yeah, do I even care enough? Because I like the Inquisition was cool and all, but I'm not, like, you already know I'm not the biggest fan of it. Yeah. And do I care about playing 1 and 2? And what about the next Dragon Age? Like, okay, how... Is that even coming along? Like,
they are, like, they're in, like, pre-production, but the thing is, like, they're trying to put a lot of effort into Anthem right now.
Yeah, Anthem, so it's like...
It wouldn't come out until after Anthem, obviously.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of like... that is the one game...
It'd be a ways off,
yeah, so...
Plus, that game is ugly as shit now.
Yeah. I want to play some... Dude, I played Final Fantasy VII in, like, 2013 or something.
2013?
Yeah, I missed it. 2013? 2013, I think?
Yeah.
I was like, oh god, this game's so fucking ugly.
Yeah. So, on the same day as Octopath Traveler, we have Captain Toad coming out on Switch and 3DS.
Damn, I want to play that too.
would you get this? Because you don't have a Switch, Brian, but you do have a 3DS. So would you want to play it on DS or no?
I don't know. Like, probably not.
Okay.
I'd say if you had any like desire to play it, wait for the Switch one.
Yeah. Because I know you're trying to work on getting the Switch. Because you're excited for Smash, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in December.
I want to fuck up Carlos.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh my God.
I'm confident that you'll be able to. That there will be at least like a somewhat decent deal for Black Friday Switches.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Coming out on this July.
I just imagine like the deal is like it has a Switch and it's bundled with the game, but it's still the same price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like here's our deal. It's like wait, but it's the same price if you.
Yeah.
It's like oh look at the deal. No, it's not.
Sonic Mania Plus on July 17th.
Oh yeah.
So this is Sonic Mania, the base game, but with the additions of Mighty the Armadillo.
Yep.
And Ray the Flying Squirrel.
Yep.
That's close because I was about to take like the E part from Mighty and I was about to call like Ricky the Flying Squirrel.
Yeah.
And it has like some new. I think it has like some kind of new challenge map or something. It has like some kind of other new mode.
Okay.
I think also with that. You gonna think about get that?
Oh yeah, I have to play it.
So are you gonna get the physical or are you just gonna buy it digitally?
I don't know.
Because I think this stuff comes free anyway if you have the digital. Like the new characters and stuff, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Because I'm not getting it. Then, as we were talking about earlier, the Mega Man X Legacy Collection comes out on July 24th. So that's Mega Man X 1 through 8. So I'm...
Are you gonna play all of them?
Yeah.
Then no, I didn't think you would care about playing the 6, 7, 8 ones, whatever.
I'm gonna try the PS2 ones. If I seem like I can manage it, you know, because those games were not the best.
No. I know,
so I'm gonna try it out. I don't like Axel that much.
Do you care?
What?
About X? X gonna give it to you?
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm getting on
might try
PS4
it.
so you can borrow it if you want.
I might try it.
X gonna give it to you.
I don't know how long it'll take me to beat it.
I mean, they're all short games. Well, at least like the first 5 are each
They're
like.
short.
Well, not length. I'm
They're-
talking about
yeah.
like just difficulty wise.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I was like, they're short if you're good. They're not short if you're not good.
0, too cool for school.
It's too cool. Yes.
On August 10th, we have We Happy Few,
Oh yeah.
which I'm kind of interested on, but like I need to see if like they've made it like less survival based or if like how that works exactly. Because they talked about changes that they've made, but they didn't really show that off at E3. So like, it's the kind of thing where it's like I need to wait until it comes out to see if I'd be interested or not.
I 100% feel the same way.
Yeah.
Where, see, it's kind of cool from the outside.
Yeah.
But it's like, until I see, like, I don't know, like a review or someone's opinion about it.
Because like I'm even more.
I need to be sold on it.
Yeah. Because like I'm even more like wondering now because it came out like after E3 that you don't play as just the one character. Like you play as multiple characters in the game, and they didn't even like talk about that at all during E3. So I was like, it's like pretty much like a wait for review kind of situation. And then on August 28th, there's Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate.
Oh god, no, I can't get that.
I mean, neither one of you, both of you guys have Monster Hunter World, haven't played it.
No, that's totally fair. We bought it. I fucking touched it.
So I'm not.
I touched it a bit, but
yeah, I'm not gonna get this.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Like I have like close friends that are very excited for this.
Yeah.
They're gonna dump a bunch of hours.
Cause like when I saw this, I was like, wow, that trailer was cool. You know, maybe I should go back and play Monster Hunter World. And then I was like, I thought to myself, and I was like, think about it, Nate. Do you actually want to play this? I'm like, no, I don't. No, I don't. I'm just getting caught. I get too caught up in the moment sometimes. Yeah.
See, I think like it's just like finding time to play. Like
It's just the
dump your
time
time to
thing,
play in
yeah.
that game.
Just a time thing.
I don't know, man.
Not a
I think
quality.
you could do it because like
I probably can.
Yeah.
It's just like, do I want to or not? Because like if I think about it, I could spend like 10 hours in a different game and and get more progress. But 10 hours in Monster Hunter is just like, oh, you finally got the piece you wanted. And now you can craft those boots you've been wanting for like an hour, 10 hours. It's just like, you know.
I mean, I do have to admit though, like at least in Monster Hunter World, like whenever like there's like a new kind of like monster comes out, and I see people playing like fighting against it. Like it looks cool.
Yeah.
But I'm just like,
I
this
think
is
that
not for me.
feeling, Brian. I think it's not that bad in the beginning. I feel like
Right.
it's worse in the end game.
Oh, yeah.
When you're really
Well,
like,
when you already have all the stuff you
yeah,
want,
when you're really like
just
looking for
getting
that
shit.
one piece, and you're like, fuck, I can't get it.
It's just like, since that game is like, gear based.
Yeah,
You're
it
like,
is.
I want to get the best gear before I get to this next area.
Yeah.
You know? So.
So also coming out on August 28th, we have Yakuza Kiwami 2.
No shits.
Yeah.
I don't care at all.
I just find it interesting, like, how far the series has come in the West. Because before, like, nobody cared about it, but then Yakuza 0 came out, and it, like, a big splash, and, like, and now it's, like, it's, like,
It's a household name.
I wouldn't say a household name, but, like, it's, like, it went from, like, being, like, a Z-tier series in the West, being, it's, like, that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. So it's just, like, I personally don't like the games. I tried out 0, I didn't think it was very good. You right now, like, you're, like, pretty much just, like, I want to knock out some other stuff before I commit to it. Yeah. I don't know how you feel about the series, Brian.
I'm interested.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I'll just never find the time to pick up one of the games and play them.
Kazuma.
I just like them because they're, like, really wacky.
Yeah.
Let's fight in a fucking baby's nursery, dude. And that's a fucking boss fight in there.
Like, I was into the story, I just don't think the combat's very good. It just feels like kind of like a crappy PS2 beat 'em up to me.
Yeah.
Then on September 4th, a game we're all excited for, Dragon Quest XI, which I already have mine pre-ordered.
Special?
Yeah, I got the collector's edition.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
The one where you get easy mode and you get all the skill seeds.
All skill seeds, yeah. You get like 18 skill seeds.
Baby, I'm ready for that game.
Yeah. I hope it looks really good. I hope I like it. Cause like I tried out 8 and I was like, it was alright, but I didn't finish it. So I hope I like this one.
I hope I like it.
I know I will like it.
Cause like, this will be my first Dragon Quest game I played, I guess. And like comparing to like other JRPGs, I just want to see like the speed of the game. Cause I know Dragon Quest games are like kind of slow, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like, if this game is too fucking slow, I was just like, oh man, it ruined my.
How will you play it though?
What do you mean?
All right, there's 2 modes.
Oh, there's a classic battle system and like there's
Like the Tales and...
it's not exactly like Tales. I guess Chrono Trigger would be more close. It's like a weird hybrid thing. I don't know how to best describe it. Probably just play it classic, turn based. Then on September 7th we have Spider-Man.
Oh,
I'm already sold on it.
Spider-Man.
Already got mine ordered.
Spider-Man. But they can't... So wait, what are you going to do?
What do you mean? What am I gonna do?
Are you... Wait, how much time is there between...
3 days.
3 days. So wait, are you not going to start at 4? What do you want to play more?
I'm gonna play the one that comes first.
That's how it's going to go?
Yeah.
He's gonna play Dragon Quest.
I'm gonna play Dragon Quest and Spider-Man's gonna sit there. And neither one of y'all get to play it.
Ah! No!
This is why you need to get a job, Carlos.
Why are you blaming it on me? You're just taking shots at me. What the?
Because I know you're excited to play it.
Brian's not?
Excuse me, Mr. College graduate. Okay?
Yeah, well, my bad. I was the one who pointed that you would do this. And Brian's like, no, he won't. Yeah, he will. I know that.
You got like, listed like 30 games to play. Brian's gonna already put in like 1,000 hours of Gundam Breaker and want something new to play.
Yeah, exactly. It's Brian. I feel more bad for Brian than me.
Yeah.
I still got a couple games to play.
Let's see. I didn't write down games that like any game that was like that says like 2018 but it doesn't have an official date. So like something like Tales of Vesperia, I did not write down. I only put stuff that had a confirmed date. Like I should have said that earlier, but my bad. The week after that, September 14th, we have Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yes.
I'm probably gonna skip on it. Like that's the thing. I was like, I would want to hear your opinion on it after you play it, because if it's just like more of the same, I'm not really that interested.
Okay.
But I'm curious, because I liked the first game, and then like the second one was just like more of, like, I don't know. There wasn't like the new spice.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know. I just felt like when we think about that first game, I'm like, the first game's so fucking stupid.
Story wise.
Yeah.
So
So I mean, like there was just like maybe it just wasn't that much better.
Yeah.
Like I know how you say you feel like there's more, but I feel like the more was better than what it was.
yeah, I think the story is better in the second game. Like they're not they're not good or like great stories by any means, but
Yeah.
like I think the second one is better. Let's see. The week after that, September 21st, we have the Spiral Reignited trilogy.
Oh.
I don't care about this at all. I don't. Do you like Spiral, Brian?
Oh yeah, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it though.
I mean, I know Carlos is gonna get it,
I'm
or he's
gonna-
gonna borrow it or something.
I'll get it somehow.
Yeah,
My crafty hands.
yeah.
Filthy hands.
My filthy hands. Yes.
Let's see. And then that same day, the game I'm excited for, the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torn to the Golden Country expansion game. So that's what I'm hyped for. That's going to be 30 hours-ish for me playing that.
I can't care until I play 2.
Well, you're going to play 1 before 2, right?
And I gotta play 1 before 2.
So let's see. You got to commit to like 80 and then like another
100.
60.
It's like 120 hours.
So you got to play like 140 hours before
Yeah, you know,
can-
it's a Persona.
Yeah. What I mean, I definitely won't get to it in that month though, because like Dragon Quest XI is gonna take me like probably if I finish it, it's gonna take me like 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Then Spider-Man will take me like another week and a half. So Xenoblade Chronicles will not be gotten to probably until like mid-October. Then
Man, you really need one of these games to come out in August.
that's why I know. I was like making this. I was like, man, wish any of these games could come out
Any of
sooner.
those games would come out in August. You'd have one game per month.
Yeah. Then I wrote down these next two just because I didn't actually know how you two felt about them, but I was like, I'll just go ahead and write them down.
Sure.
So September 25th, we have Valkyria Chronicles 4.
Yeah.
So, Brian, have you played the first one?
I played the first one. I played the second one. The third one did not come out in
In the West. So are you interested in this?
Oh yeah.
Do you think you'd buy it? Or?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Like I don't know. Like, I really.
What game is it?
It's like, it's
It's tactical.
tactical?
tactical.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
Ben was playing it, right?
It's like tactical, but like you actually have to like aim and shoot
Yeah.
your gun and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
yeah. It's fun. I just want to see like the progression. Like
Yeah.
Because like in each game there's always like everybody has their roles. Like it's always like set in stone or whatever.
Mhm.
Right? It's just like I don't know. Like it's like it's not really like the story that's really like like a big thing. It's like the characters. Like the characters are interesting on their own, and they each have like their own like loyalty missions or whatever that
Okay.
you get to do, and then you learn more about them and stuff. So like the thing kind of sucks is like people love 1
Uh-huh.
and 2 only came out on PSP.
Yeah.
And like I played 2
Uh-huh.
and I love the shit out of 2. 2 is like so much better.
Oh, really?
I mean, yeah. Like
You said OG PSP?
yeah.
What-
Okay.
Was 2 the one where they had like an academy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that one's really cool because like they have like a systems like I don't remember if it's in the first game because it's been a while since I played the first game, but like they have a system where like you have all these squad members, and certain squad members work better with other squad members, so they like have a list of likes or whatever that that you work better with a certain person or whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's like different people, and it helps with the loyalty stuff because you get to learn. It's like, oh, this person, the reason why they like working on this other person or whatever, and like, well, that game was better because like your main character, you actually got to control them. Because in the first game, Vulcan, he doesn't fucking do anything. All he does is sit in a tank. So
Oh, so it's like Fire Emblem, like the old
Yeah,
ones?
yeah.
Okay.
so it's like and that one's cool. And I don't remember what they did in 3. I think 3 he like moved around as well, or whatever. And 4 like from what they showed, they didn't show a lot about 4.
Yeah.
They just showed like one of the characters.
Yeah.
So
Because 4 takes place at the same time as the first game. Like it's like on like a different front of the war.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were on the west front. I mean, no, you were on the west front in the first game.
Is there like a... Did they ever make a remake or remaster to one of the games?
No, the first
Or
game.
they-
Oh, the first
remake?
game. You can get the first game on PS4.
PS4, right?
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Like you can go 1 to 4.
Yeah.
And then
But no 3?
Yeah.
3 did not come to the West.
3 makes me mad because 3 looks fucking amazing. Like the characters look way better, like
Yeah.
character design wise.
What is it on?
It's PS4.
It's PS4 too?
I think no, it's PS3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it PS3?
Yeah, but it's Japanese.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but it's shit. Okay,
And
damn.
then
Oh, they imported.
September 28th, we got Code Vein.
Oh,
Anime Dark Souls, yeah.
Anime Dark Souls, of course. Anime Dark Souls. Have not caught up with this game. I only remember that first footage we saw that looked like dog shit. And, I guess I'll look at it when Wait, we said when?
September 28th.
And I got plenty of time, so.
Yeah.
When it comes out, I'll look at it, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll be interested. How many times will people say Dark Souls in the review?
I don't know.
No, I remember that was a stigma like around like 2010 or whatever, where like a game that was hard, they would just say it was the Dark Souls of this thing.
I'll still do it.
Like what I think it was
I think it's worse now.
Super Meat Boy is the Dark Souls of platform.
No,
Yeah.
it was
Soul of Sanctuary.
freaking SM24. Okay, they said it was the Dark Souls of Persona, and then people were just like, "What the fuck? That's not even a fucking Persona game." it's just stupid shit like that. It's just
yeah. I think it has like some interesting ideas, like where you have like a companion character, and like you can like sacrifice your HP to like revive like your companion character if they die.
No, see, like
stuff like that.
I think what they showed more, like other than like some like improvement in gameplay, is like they actually showed more like world building things, like story stuff.
Yeah.
So like it seems like kind of like a God Eater type of situation. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. You know, it seems more story based.
More fleshed out.
Yeah, there's more story than I thought there was gonna be, because I watched that story trailer and I was just like, man, like I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I feel like I just got spoiled because they showed so much. Because like a 4-minute story trailer, it was like, holy shit. I feel like I learned like half the plot of the game. It's like when I start playing the game, like, oh, okay, so I know everything that happens now. Like, I wouldn't watch that story trailer, but like, there does seem to be like a lot more going on than I thought there was.
Okay.
But yeah, that's like the upcoming games coming out in July, August, and September. We'll probably do this again towards like the end of September for October, November, and December.
Alright.
That's what I'm planning on. But that is everything for this week in this episode of the Game Yak Podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe, so that way you can be sure to see all of our new and upcoming videos. You can also listen to this on SoundCloud if you so desire. Those are uploaded around probably at the same time, give or take, some days. But that is also an option if you want to listen to that. This is Nathaniel McFerrin, Brant Chanticott, and Carlos Vasquez from Yak Effect signing out.